Alright, welcome back, Digimon enthusiasts. This is part 4 on playing through Digimon Stories Cyber Sleuth with the speedrun guide. This part is going to take us. It's going to be a little bit longer video. You can see that it's about a 43 to 44 minute video recording that I have. This is going to take us through. Well, the last thing that we did, we fought the Greymon boss that was part of the Zaxxon forum and everything. So that's about halfway through chapter 2. We are going to finish out chapter 2, and then chapter 3 is actually not that long. So we are going to finish up chapter 3 as well. And that should take us through another boss fight. I'm trying to see if there's any other bosses that... There's like a mini boss or two that we have to go through. And then one major boss that's big for the storyline. But this will take us all the way up to chapter 4 in the story. So since it's a longer video, let's go ahead and get this started. So the last thing we did, we fought Greymon. Very easy to do. So this is one of those spots where it says in the notes to take hacker case. That's a little bit more specific than some of the other times when it mentions. So this one was pretty easy to figure out. So now we're going to go to Digilab and we're going to shop a little bit. We're going to do our first big shop of the run. We're going to buy 25 HP capsule Cs, 10 SP capsule Cs, and 10 exports. Or it says shop until total. So we want at the end of this shop to have 25 HP capsules, 10 SP capsules, and 10 exports. Now, I don't think I found the exports in this particular shop. I didn't realize that there's another shop until later in the run that sometimes when it says shop, it means go to that one. So we are actually supposed to go to Digilab, talk to Mirai here, and then go to the other shop in Nakano. I still don't know how to pronounce it. So you see me scrambling just to figure out where am I supposed to buy these exports. I do think I go to the other shop a little bit later and I buy the exports then, but I'm supposed to have them now. So instead of going to that shop, I do what I'm supposed to do now. So we're going to go to Kowloon level 2. And we're going to run all the way up to the hacker we need for this case. And you can see them up at the top of the screen now, so they're at the very end of this area. So we do a quick battle. I think all I'm going to do is just auto battle here. Yeah, these Digimon are not too strong, so it's pretty simple to get through. It doesn't even mention on here that we have to be in a battle. Okay, so we talked to this hacker. We dealt with them. And now we're supposed to report back to Mirai. We're going to go into the menu, use these memory ups. The memory up increases our capacity for holding other Digimon by X amount, depending on if you use a memory up or memory up DX. But then it also says to use an export, which is supposed to take us back to the beginning of this dungeon. But I didn't buy the exports. So it says export, but go to Digilab before logout. So all I know is that I'm supposed to be back at the beginning of this dungeon. So because I wasn't able to get the export, because I didn't know where to buy them, I have to run all the way back, which obviously is significantly slower. But I do get a lot of levels on the way over there. So now you can see our Multimon is already level 9, so I can Digivolve that to a Agumon whenever I need. So while on the run back, I'll go ahead and mention what we're going to be doing in the Digilab. We're going to talk to Mirai. On the notes it says mash Mirai, and then we go into the menu kind of area. We're going to convert any convertible Digimon and load into Agumon, Multimon to Hagurumon, and then log out. So we're going to buff up one of our Agumon and then it Digivolve our Multimon to Hagurumon. And because we accidentally got into a bunch of, well, not accidentally, because we got into a bunch of extra encounters, we have plenty of Digimon that we can load up. And this is me trying to figure out remember how it works. Okay, so now we have our Hagurumon. We've buffed up our Agumon. Now we're going to log out completely. We're going to hand in our quest. And then it says to take quest and mash. So yeah, we're supposed to get that one with the red pin in it. But I'm also trying to read a little bit further down to kind of get an idea on where we're supposed to be going, what we're supposed to be doing. All right, cool. I end up picking the right one. So for the most part, you're going to want to pick the ones with the red pin in it. So if you're ever doubting yourself on which one you're supposed to pick, just go with the red pin one. Most likely that's going to be the correct one. It's another one of those matches where if you don't pay attention, you're going to end up hitting the same one 3 times when you're supposed to go through and do, there we go. I caught it that time. So that'll be another thing I change in the notes, mash through all the options. But now we're going to log in, go to Kowloon level 2. And here what it says is run to almost end and mash guy by open chest, export, log out, talk to guy about AC, and examine AC. So a few things that we're going to be doing here, but we're supposed to talk to guy at almost the end. So this is not one that we needed to talk to. That speed boost we picked up is actually going to be pretty useful later on, or that the enemy dropped there. Again, we didn't need to talk to that one, so that was a waste. Alright, so we finally got the guy that we're supposed to be talking to. Here's something in the notes that I don't think I noticed before. It says run to almost end and mash guy by open chest. That chest is not open, but I'm wondering if I was supposed to open it. Okay, I did. Alright, so again, we can't export because I never actually bought the export, so I'm just running all the way back, getting a bunch of extra encounters. Not sure why I talked to this guy. Not quite sure where I'm going now. Yeah, I already talked to the person I needed to talk to, so I'm not quite sure where I'm going now. Getting a bunch of extra encounters, though. We're not at the almost end anymore. We are at the end. Hopefully. Yeah, every now and then, for some reason, I thought the start button... Oh, I did have an export. Every now and then, I tried opening up the menu using the start button, but the start button gives you the option to return to the title screen. So every now and then, I accidentally do that. Forgive me when I do that. All right, so we exported, we logged out. Now we're going to go talk to a guy around back here. He's going to talk about the AC. After we examine the AC, we're going to go to Shinjuku. And we have to run to the downtown area to cop and mash. So now it actually describes who I'm supposed to talk to, not just some person at the back. Makes it a little bit easier to figure out what I'm supposed to do. Okay, so now we run back to the previous area. We'll go to the terminal. That's what it says. Back to main area terminal, smash Vegemon, and then mash. Whenever it says smash, it usually just means auto battle. Or just use powerful attacks. No real strategy in it. Remember to eat your veggies. So I'm pretty sure all I do is just auto battle on this. Yeah, you can see how much damage we do. Easy bow. Now we're just going to head back to the agency, hand in our case. Then it has in parentheses, examine the AC if you haven't before. If you didn't examine the AC before, it's just going to waste a lot of time to go back to the agency now. Turn in the quest, go examine the AC, and then come back. So it makes sense just to do it before when you talk to the guy in the first place. So we're going to hand in that case. Then it says take case, go to K Cafe, and then mash. I know you couldn't see it because my face was over it, but that was another case just right there in the top left. Okay, so now we're going to go up to the 4th floor, up to the K Cafe. You can save an input by pushing down twice instead of up 3 times. Then we mash through this, and then in the cafe, there's a spot that we can jump into for the digital space. Now for the digital space in the notes, it just has the directions on which teleporting paths we go to. So we're going to go to the left, right, left, down. So we just went left. Now we're going to go to all the way over here to the right. We're going to go to the left pad again. We'll end up getting a Caramon a little bit later. Okay, so we went left and then we went down past the Digilab access, which is what it says here, left down past lab access, which I'm trying to decipher because I thought there was going to be a left pad and then a down pad. We're going to talk to this girl, continue the story, and then we're going to get into a fight with another little mini boss. That Vegemon before was like a mini boss, and now we're going to have a Frigimon, also a mini boss. Which, again, all we need to do is just auto battle. Nice critical hit. Again, nice critical hit, but unfortunately, this Agumon is not very effective. There we go. A little bit tougher than the Vegemon, but still very easy fight. Then we're going to mash and hand in the case, and that should take care of Chapter 2. Chapter 3 isn't too long. If you remember at the start of the video, I said it's going to be about 44 minute video, and we're already about 20 minutes in. So it's just going to be about another 20 minutes or so for Chapter 3. So Chapter 2, a lot of it was just a bunch of side quests that we had to do. We just had to figure out which side quest would progress the story. But now we get a new little Wanyamon buddy who helps us out at the detective agency. Eventually he gets like a nickname. I forget which one it was, or what his nickname was. Alright, so we turn in that quest. And here we go. Next chapter. So in Chapter 3, our party so far, we have 2 Hagurumons and 2 Agumons. We're going to go through the scene, mashing. We're going to connect jump. Going to Kowloon level 1. Okay, over to Kowloon level 1. You can see I'm getting a little bit faster at that, like navigating where to go through all that. Alright, here we're going to get into a battle. It just says smash and mash. So I forgot what we end up fighting, but we end up fighting something here. But easy auto battle. Yeah, Devimon and what's it called? Gazimon, I'm pretty sure. Not quite sure why we converted all those Digimon before and gave them to Agumon. I'll have to check on that. Maybe it was like a level kind of thing. Maybe I was supposed to spread out between both of Agumon. I'll look into that a little bit more later. Alright, so now we run to the end of the level 1 area. Because I think what's happening story-wise here is Nokia lost track of her Agumon and Gabumon, and now we're just on the hunt for them, or they got kidnapped. I forgot which one it was. But now we're pretty much just looking for them. Okay, so now we found out they're not there. We're going to go up to level 2. And once we go up to level 2, we can immediately unlock level 3. After we unlock level 3, we're going to mash through a bunch of text there. Okay, so here we are at level 3. I'm just reading through what we're supposed to be doing next. Next thing it says is talk to guy, go left, up top, memory up, guys without lock on head, option Digimon, run to Digilab access, grind Agumons to level 16 and 15 cam. So let's break this apart bit by bit. First thing we need to do, we need to talk to guy. So it's a little obvious which guy we're supposed to talk to, the one with the exclamation point. That's the direction we have to go, but we have to find some way to get him out of the way. There's keyword that we're looking for him. So we're going to go to this left area. And it says up top, memory up. So to me, that means we need to go to this top area right here. And this box here should have a memory up. And it didn't. But I do know that I need to grind my Agumons to level 16. Make sure that they have cam 50. So me getting lost here is not a terrible thing. But you can see where we're supposed to be going. So I think I spend quite a bit of time in this area trying to find out what it means by up top, memory up. Ooh, I had a back attack. I didn't realize that. Yeah, that Patamon had 2 intelligence boosts, so it was good to get that out of the way. Yeah, so I got all the chest here. I learned how to zoom out my camera so I can get a better view of the entire area. Alright, one Agumon is level 16. I didn't see if both got it or not. I got tired of checking the left, so I'm going to go to the right. And here I see an up top area. So I think it meant I was supposed to go to the right because the left didn't really have anything for me. Because there's the memory up. And now I have to talk to guys without a lock on their head. And I think that confused me as well. Because I end up talking to all the people with the locks on their head before I get to the one without the lock on their head. Resulting in a bunch of unnecessary battles that I didn't need. Because now I got the 2 level 16s. There's the guys without the lock on their head that I'm supposed to be talking to. So all this, I'm just assuming, or I'm just going to go ahead and say is extra cam points that I need for later. I don't know why I picked that up. All those shiny things on the ground are just medals, which are useless in this run. They're great collectibles for your casual playthrough, but they don't really do anything for here. Alright, so now we go back to the guy at the top here. Now that we have some keywords, he's just looking on how to get a girlfriend, and the word we're supposed to use is Digimon as the answer. So that was the one we got from the people without the lock on their head. So the other ones were just like a red herring. They want us to talk to them, but they all gave the incorrect answer. So now we just run all the way through this area until we get to the Digilab access. And we're supposed to grind up to our Agumons to level 16, but they are already there, so we can just go ahead and skip that part. And go into the Digilab, Digivolve them both into Greymons. And I'll mention what to do after that once we get all that done. So all these extra battles we're doing right now is just waste of time. We don't have to do these now. It's not really going to affect too much of when we do Digivolve. If anything, we may get like one more ABI point if we go up another level or two, but that's not really worth it. I kept getting nervous that I was accidentally going too far and I would get into the next boss fight before I had a chance to digivolve. Okay, so here's the Digilab access. And right now I'm just checking if I have the proper cam. By the way, yeah, you can just hit triangle to see your cam, and 55, 54. So they're both good. We have about 4 battles too much actually. So now we digivolve them to Greymon. Here's where I had a panic attack almost because there's 2 and I was just hoping I hit the right one. I forget who the other one is off the top of my head. I think I was debating if I wanted to heal or not, but now that we've done that, we are going to force one more battle so we can gain a level. And here's one of those times where it actually mentions to save before we do this battle, because this is a potential game over battle. So we have our Greymons grab a level. Did I save here? Okay. So we're going to save there, and we're going to have 2 boss battles back to back. The first one is just going to be some small time hackers where it just says hackers smash. So we're just going to auto battle through this one. And then the next boss battle, we actually have instructions on what we need to be doing and what we need to be watching out for. So we'll get through this one, then I'll explain what we're doing next. Alright, and that's that one. That's the hackers down. What's nice about the level up system is that once you level up, the Digimon who level up get an automatic heal, so I have a free heal at the end of that battle. So now we get to fight Jimiken. I think the only person in this entire game who speaks any kind of English. And that's only sometimes. Alright, so for this battle, it says Jimiken won, so that implies that we're going to fight Jimiken a couple times. I think we fight him 2 more times. 1 or 2 more times, I don't remember which one. It says pray for no panic. Greymons take Devimon first, and then switch 1 Greymon out for Agumon. And that's it. So it doesn't mention any specific attack to use, so I just decided to go Mega Flame. And because I forgot that once you attack one thing, it locks onto that one. So I accidentally attacked Meramon because I thought I had to push left to hit that one. So I could have taken the Devimon out just a little bit quicker, but That's fine. Okay, and that should take out the Digimon. Then we want to switch one of the... We want to switch one of the Greymon out for Hagurumon. That was unfortunate that Greymon died because he loses out on the experience. And it didn't really say what to do after that, so I just assumed auto battle. Nice miss. And both of the Greymons died. That's great. Ideally, you didn't want them to die because that's gonna stall, or it's gonna make the grind session a little bit later, a bit longer. But anyway, that was Jimiken 1. Pretty straightforward still. You take out the Digimon with Mega Flames and then switch out and mainly have the Hagurumon take out the rest. So our time check, we should be at 1 hour and 50 minutes and 19 seconds. I'm actually not quite sure where I am right now. But the next instructions for the rest of the chapter say mash for days. So that usually means very long scene section where all I'm doing, I'm just mashing X for a while. And then it says don't save, and we all know what don't save means. Don't save means I am going to save in these videos. And that'll be the end of this one. So I've been trying to think of questions on asking for people to comment below on specific things. For this one, let's say what was your one Digimon that you had in this game that you worked the hardest to grind for? So for example, one of the hardest Digimon for me to grind for was the Lucemon line, because the specs were so specific, and for me it was a hard time trying to figure out how to actually get that, and it took me a long time to get even the rookie level Lucemon, let alone all the way through the line. So what was your Digimon that you worked the hardest to get? It could be the Mega levels, it could be the DNA Digivolutions, the Royal Knights, all that stuff. Just tell me, what was your Digimon you worked the hardest to get? Story-wise here, Nokia gets reunited with Agumon, Gabumon. She's more accepting of them. Before, she was kind of squeamish about them. Alright. We're going to save here. Thank you all again for joining on this one. Make sure to like and subscribe. And leave your comment below on your Digimon that I was talking about before. So, thank you all, and I will see you all next time.